Their tank is advancing. 30 seconds left. The tank is on the move. The tank is on the move. Don't let them destroy the ammunition. Protect the ammunition.
Enemy down!
Over there!
What is up, guys? I hope you enjoyed my collage of utter bullshit from this piece of shit company called Sledgehammer Games. This is some caught ass shit that happens every year, and I'm just kidding, guys. I know this is beta, everything is subject to change, and that's why I'm giving my negative criticism on the game, simply in my hopes of fixing the game in the future and trying to make it as balanced and fun as possible once the release comes out. I do want to tell you guys this right now. All the clips in the beginning of the video were with the best version of the double barrel shotgun. It had the best attachments. None of the gameplay I'm showing you had no attachments to the double barrel at all. It had the best version of itself, and it was still complete trash. And that's why I want to get on this issue today, that and the incinerator shells with the double barrel shotgun. So first off, a lot of YouTubers have been saying that it's OP and that it's so fun to use, and that's with the incinerator shells. Once you get rid of the incinerator shells, it's complete trash. I understand where they're coming from. It's a fun gun to use, but they're partially clickbaiting, because I personally believe that it's not OP whatsoever. It's actually really well balanced in incinerator shells, but they're just really fucking up on that aspect simply because they're showing off how good the gun is with the incinerator shells, and without it, it's a piece of shit gun. Nobody's talking about it, and this gun really needs to be vamped up, or nobody will ever pick it in the future. So here's the problem. They're saying that the pump action shotgun has the most damage in the game. It's a high damage pump action shotgun that does one shot, one hit kill. That's the description that COD used for the pump action. You know what the description was for the double barrel? That was it has 2 shots in the chamber, and it takes 2 shots to kill someone, and it's just basically a fuck around gun to use. That makes no sense whatsoever, and the statistics on this game is terrible for the double barrel shotgun. It is last in damage for all the beta shotguns. That includes the pump action and the semi-automatic shotgun. It is last place for damage behind the semi-automatic shotgun. That makes no sense whatsoever. It is first place within range, only by 1 margin. This range has a range of 5 on the double barrel, while the other shotguns have a range of 4. And then it is last place within accuracy, and it is in first place within firing rate, which makes sense. You only have 2 shots in the chamber, and you shoot the trigger as fast as possible, and that's how fast it shoots. So it makes sense why it's first place in firing rate, because it only has 2 shots in the chamber, and it's like a trigger mechanism, whatever you say it. But here's the thing, this is what really doesn't make any sense, is that the gaming community has this image of the double barrel shotgun being oh so powerful because it only has 2 shots in the chamber, and it needs to be powerful if it's going to be balanced and used at all. So I don't know if this is real life. Maybe the pump action shotgun is a lot stronger in real life than the double barrel. I'm not too sure, but this is a COD arcade game. This isn't a real life Call of Duty game. It's only an arcade game that is supposed to be really well balanced and fun to play. And if it was, if you guys are trying to give the argument of that they're trying to make it as real life as possible, then why would they add incendiary shells when there wasn't any incendiary shells in the game or in World War II to begin with? It was invented in 1938 and used more throughout 1942 for fighter pilots. It was never used for infantry, so it makes perfect sense on why the incendiary shells and why Call of Duty isn't realistic. So that argument is just thrown out the window. Now, it isn't, realistic, sort of say, but I understand why they put incendiary shells to the game, simply because it's something cool and it catches people's eyes, and who wouldn't want to burn someone alive with a shotgun shell? It's a cool idea, and it was somewhat well executed. But here's the thing, this is why I think the double barrel is so weak as well. Not only are they purposely trying to make it a weak shotgun, but they're trying to shove the incendiary shells in your face, and they're trying to make you pick the expeditionary class to use shotguns with, which makes sense. You know, you have a division and you want to use that division to help get that extra advantage by using your gun, but they're literally forcing you to use the expeditionary class, because without the incendiary shells on the double barrel shotgun, the shotgun is completely useless. I'll admit right now the incendiary shells are really well balanced, but they tried leaving a gap in between the incendiary shells and the regular shotgun shells in the game. They wanted to catch your eye, they wanted to make you use the incendiary shells, and they wanted to, you know, catch the audience and show off the incendiary shells as much as possible, and that's where they fucked up. And there's actually a couple solutions. One is the easiest one: take away incendiary shells at all, focus on fixing the shotgun itself and balancing it first before adding the incendiary shells after. The incendiary shells shouldn't have a huge gap, it should be just something cool in the game and that little extra oomph of damage of firing effect after. Second of all, what would really help this balancing issue and would completely get rid of the gap on why to use the expeditionary class more often would be to use it as an attachment instead of being limited to only 4 shells. Instead, having it as attachment option, just like the suppressor is only for the airborne division, have it as an attachment for the shotgun, specifically for the expeditionary division as well. That way people would still want to use the expeditionary class, and maybe the shotgun shells are just a little less compared to the incendiary shells, rather than having this big gap. By having the same damage output and by having the incendiary shells maybe just do that little extra flame damage to the enemy after they get heated up with it, that I feel like would be the best way to put it in the game. If they want to keep incendiary shells, they're gonna have to find a really you know, well balanced for both sides, for incendiary shells as well as the regular shotgun. And I feel like the incendiary shells are really going to be a huge cockblock on how well they will balance the shotgun in general. So that's just basically my issue for today. I'll be coming out with another video for the war mode and what my problems is for that. I do enjoy war mode a lot, and I'm going to try and give as much criticism on this game as possible, simply because I want this game to become better, and I actually think it's really refreshing, and I think everyone should actually try the beta, simply because it's Call of Duty trying to turn around its company and get back on its feet, and I really enjoy that, and I'm really enjoying the content I've been getting my hands on lately. So this is MGE Gibbs, I'm out. I hope you enjoyed my video and saw, in my eyes, how the double barrel is terrible and broken. Deuces, guys.